Unfortunately, the Kingslayer hit an unexpected obstacle on his way.
But this morning I was in this car accident. A guy cut me off in a truck. Big garbage truck. I mean, a garbage truck the size of a whale. I've never seen a garbage truck. It must have been something commercial for, like, taking away material from construction or something. It was the biggest garbage truck I've ever seen. Anyway, I won't go into the details now and bore you, but to avoid hitting him, I hit a tree. I hit a big, fat tree and crushed my car, my wife's car. I crushed my wife's car. I feel bad about that, but it's all fine, and I'm fine, and my brother's fine, and poppity pop.
Poppity pop, 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 boys! I ain't dead! I ain't dead, he tried, but I took his head! Let's go, Garrett Wilson, for the rest of the season, boys! That's absolutely right! He's with me! This is week 7, Adams County Champions League, boys! Fire it up! Getting right into it, boys. Nordine versus me. Nordine with a 121-64 victory. I was the lowest scoring team of the week. Nordine moves to 4-2. I fall to 3-3. Nordine beats me. I never had a chance, boys. I got Cam Scatty-Boo on Thursday night with a 30-burger, okay? However, I did take down Garrett Wilson with me. I took him down into the death traps right with me. My entire team took a dump. It took a dump. It was a big turd, boys. But in that turd, I think I might have found a diamond. And his name is Vidal. Kimani Vidal, boys. But I lost. Moving on, dude. It was Jed knocking off with the upset predicted. Upset alert. Upset acknowledged. Jed upset Jordan, who was a plus 20-point favorite last week. Unbelievable. Jed moves to 3-3. Jordan falls to 2-2. Jed pieces together a miracle victory, okay? 29 points out of his defense and his kicker carried him here. Now, Jordan, on the other hand, 5 starters from Zach's team that he previously traded for or picked up combined for 21.2 points, which is a 4.24 points average per player. Jordan got absolutely deked by me. I owned him. I killed him. He's donezo. And that doesn't even include Pearsall on the bench. Upset predicted. Upset happened. Moving on, Cole defeats Jared 122-104. Cole moves to 3-3. Jared falls to 1-5. A despicable 1-5. Cole's first week with Ty Stars, basically. We all know the trade rate that happened. Ty, and he's done other things since then. But Cole's Stars, they did show out. London, McBride, and DK did their jobs. My question is, Judkins a Dudkins? I think Judkins is a Dudkins. And for Jared, is Romo Dunze more like Romo Dunze? Oh my goodness, dude. Yikes. And now Jacobs is hurt. He needs a Kansas City running back to come through and be a clear RB1. Jared falls. Jared is basically done. So moving on, dude. The Kareem Dream Team defeats Gary 120-67. Kareem moves to 3-3. Gary falls to 4-2. Another upset that I predicted last week. And this is about the time every year that we start to see, we start to lose Gary. This is about the time. His attention span starts to go about this time every year. And it looks like his team actually has the same kind of mindset. Diggs, Kamara's drinking margaritas. He said, if you trade me, I'm drinking margaritas. Debo, who's not playing again. Jefferson was on a bye. Moving to Kareem. Kareem is a Shazam. You know the Mandela effect, boys? Have you ever heard of the Mandela effect? Kareem is Shazam. Shazam never happened. That was a Mandela effect thing, boys. Kareem never actually won a championship in this league. That was a Mandela effect. Kareem Shazammed us. And that included 34 points out of his defense and his kicker combined. 34 points out of his defense and his kicker combined. Think about that, boys. If you ain't Shazammed, wham. Moving on, Derek knocks off Drew. Upset. Well, actually, it wasn't. Derek moves to 4-2. Critical matchup here. Drew falls to 4-2. Okay, Derek's. Here's the deal, folks. Rico Dowell was on the free agent wire all year. And then some stuff happened. Derek got Rico, and Derek's penis picoed for Rico. Okay? Now, how long can that hard penis stay long? I mean, hot. Speaking of Rico Dowell. I don't think long. I think they're going to start to give the carries to Chuba Hubbard. I don't know. On Drew's side, Ichikabuka is hurt. Drew's in trouble. Drew's in big trouble. He left Booty. Here's the deal with Drew in this matchup. He left Booty on the bench, which could have won it for him. And I'm not even talking about Jackson Dart points. I'm actually talking about Kayshon Boutte, dude. The worst loss possible for Drew. Correct lineup. He wins this matchup. Moving on. That hurts. It stings hard, boys. Moving on. Shane Train continues, dude. The old Shane Train curse continues. And even if you added all the players on Shane's bench to his lineup, that would only accumulate 85 points total. Shane falls to 0-6 by losing to Austin, who is surging. We're going to talk about it, boys. 118-78. Austin, he looks serious, boys. Achane, Dobbins, Williams, Chase, and now CeeDee Lamb from a steal trade, dude. Are you kidding me? This was a must-win for Austin. He did it, and he stays alive, boys. And finally, the final matchup from last week we're going to talk about. Corey, who's an absolute juggernaut, moves to 5-1 by defeating Ty. I don't know what's going on with Ty. 179-71. The most points scored by any team all season. And he just tipped the domino to start. We all know Ty has that condition where he gets manic episodes. And this triggered a manic episode out of Tyler. And it's very unfortunate, too, because you never know when these manic episodes could actually end. Puka was hurt. Corey defeating him by 100-plus points would also throw me for a whirl. But then Puka got hurt. He started two different dudes with this first name of Xavier. Ew, dude. There's never been a good player in the NFL named Xavier, period. And Ty season is over. It's very unfortunate, and we will have a funeral. So that is it. Now, boys, before I get into the matchup, bang! For this week, here's the deal. Folks, we could potentially have 8 teams with a 4-3 record after week 7. Okay? That's dead serious. And we're going to get right into it. Jordan taking on Shane, the cursed Shane Train. Even the Bengals show up to beat Shane. Okay? There is just simply no hope for this boy. Jordan's going to move to 3-4 and stays alive. He's currently a 22-point favorite after Higgins and Chase Brown cleaned off those Brown stains and had the best games of their careers or seasons at least. Shane will fall to 0-7. Jordan will move to 0-3 and stay in it, boys. Moving on, Tyler 3-3 facing on me. Okay, now, normally I would save my matchups for last, not this week. The man who sold his soul to beat me. Boys, that's Tyler. Now, he better do it. Right? Kenneth, not a lot of Gainwell. Not a lot. Not a good start, dude. He traded away Puka, for Pickens after CD comes back. Are you serious? Ty in big trouble. Currently out. Njoku, Downs, Godwin, and most of the rest of his team should be. I, however, am in a must-win to stay alive. I'm a favorite by 10 points, and I will completely eliminate Tyler's season. Moving on, boys. Cole facing Jed. 2, 3, and 3 teams here going at it, and this could be for the livelihood of their playoff chances, quite frankly. This is Cole's first game with Rice back, so he's been cooking that rice for 6 weeks. In my opinion, that's probably overdone. It's probably a little overdone rice. And Judkins, more like Dudkins, because he's done. And traded for Dudkins. Everyone was thinking Dudkins is a stud. And Judkins more like Dudkins. And Derrick Henry is on a bye this week. And Derrick Henry is non-playable when the Ravens are trailing in football games. And they're going to be trailing in a lot. So we're going to see here, get a little piece with DK off the start. But Jed! Seriously, Jed. Can you stop with the Steelers players, Jed? Steelers -4 defense, not great start. It's a very, very pathetic team. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown and Swift is his only hope. But at least he has all the Steelers because they're really good, right? Steelers are good, right, boys? Fake out. Cole's favored by 12. Cole's going to own him. Moving on, Jared. Taking on Derek. Okay, boys, upset alert. Ring the bell. Ring the upset alert bell, boys. I was 2 for 3 with upset alerts last week. Boys, Derek's getting married. Derek is getting married Saturday. He is not focused. This boy's not focused. His mind is on a wedding. Have you ever gotten married? You understand? I have not. I don't understand, but I've heard a lot of rumors about these serious weddings. Dude, a lot of planning, a lot of sophistication. Derek, not focused. He did trade away. Who did he trade away? Cook? Yeah, clearly this boy ain't focused. Anyway, he traded away White and Ladd. No, he got White and Ladd. Rashard White and Ladd McConkey for Cook, which basically means he's cooked. Bucky returns. Bucky plus Gibbs could be good for him. I doubt it. Rodgers Also, good start for Jared. Jared needs ET to be an alien this week. Jared favored by 3 points. After that Aaron Rodgers game, in an upset alert week, boys, a 1-5 team taking down a championship contender. We're going to find out in the final standings at the end of the show, boys. Moving on. Kareem facing Drew. Kareem 3-3. Facing Drew 4-2. Upset alert. Ring the bell, boys. Kareem Shazam got Shazammed at his own running back position. Now, he is relying on Rico Dowell, who just will not be playing. I'm sorry. They paid Chuba Hubbard. He's not going to be playing. Okay? And was a free agent 3 weeks ago, mind you. He's trading for him like he's freaking CMC. It's unbelievable. He's relying on Rico, Chubb, and Michael Carter. Ew. Bad situation for Kareem, boys. Bad. For Drew, Josh Allen is on bye, and Ichikabuka is out. Yikes. Ichikabuka, and that was the steal. Drew's been riding that pine all year, dude. He's been riding it so hard, so heavy. And now he's out. Ravens on a bye. Drew's got a couple supplemental players. This is over. Kareem wins, and he overtakes Drew in the standings. Drew, Dunzo. Kareem favored by 14. Look out, Kareem. We're all making fun of Kareem. We probably still should, but he's winning this week. Moving on. Gary facing... Okay, Our final 2 matchups, boy. The best 2 matchups of the week. Gary facing Corey here. Gary 4-2 in a must-win situation because he's trending down. Every single one of his players on his team is trending down except for Adams, I would argue. Against 5-1 Corey, an absolute juggernaut, trending up and makes me want to puka. And I'm talking about puka. Okay, we're all rooting for Corey to win simply for the sake of this last playoff spot, boys. That's what we're all rooting for. An upset alert would be terrible for all of us others, because if Gary can pull a rabbit out of his hat and get a win here, that would be devastating, because Corey is a lock. We're going to find out here very shortly. Puka is out for Corey, and Cook is on bye, and we have an even line. No favorite, boys. Yikes. Anyone's ball game, and finally, the game of the week, boys. Fire it up. Nordine versus Austin. Oh, my goodness. Chase went off for Austin in the Thursday night game. No one actually saw that come. Chase plus CD for Austin going forward. Look out. Nordine. He's going to find out that Scatty Boo wasn't all that boo, okay? He's going to come back to reality this week against the Broncos, and he's going to be remaining with his 2-horse train, CMC and Kyrene. That's what it's going to be. He really needs to make a trade for a wide receiver pretty bad. Especially considering I knocked out Garrett Wilson. I knocked out Garrett Wilson in the ring, KO'd him basically for the season. Austin is a 2.5-point, 25-point favorite. Austin is a huge favorite. He will stomp Nordine's face into the curb. Stomp his face into the curb. And Gary and Nordine trending so down that we're going to look at the standings, boys. Updated standings. Listen, we got some new categories here, boys. Let's start off with Zach Kill List. Who have I simply killed from this fantasy league with my own mental fortitude, mental domination? Well, there's 3 of them now. Every year. It was like 5 out of the last 6 years I killed someone. They left the league. Derek was one of them. And then I forced him into signing a 3-year contract to get him back into the league, dude. He signed a contract. Now he's trying to void that contract. We have contract negotiation terms. But for this season alone, who have I killed? Kareem, Tyler, and Shane. Kareem, after I beat him, lost his brain. Shane lost his brain. I've been living in Shane's head, an apartment, free, for like 2 years now. Actually, ever since he joined the league. And Tyler, dude, got so nervous. I've never seen a boy get more nerved up ever in my life than Ty did this week, going up against me, dude. Absurd moves that he made that are just very controversial, but he committed suicide. And I now have 3 kills in a single season, which is the most kills of any regular season. Moving on, who will be new category, boys? The 2025 champion. There's one, and there's one only. Corey Beaver is your 2025 champion, boys. Take a second. Give him a round of applause, because the swindles he pulled off on trades, boys, it leaves us to the only other 2 categories, starting with a shot in the dark. What teams have a shot in the dark at knocking off Corey? Well, there's 3. It's Derek, it's Cole, and it's Austin. Stacked teams. I'm going to start more or less with Austin's team. Stacked. Cole and Derek, shot in the dark, boys. Just close your eyes and pull the trigger on the gun, and hopefully you hit them, but you probably won't. And then finally, boys, our Final category, dude. We're not even doing playoffs because it doesn't matter. This is the teams who are just playing for fun now, boys. It's Drew. It's Jared. We're having a lot of fun. Giddy up, Jed. Giddy. Jordan, he's having a lot of fun. We trade. We do some trades. Ordine is having a lot of fun. I try to trade with him, but he doesn't. It doesn't matter. And Gary and me. We're all just playing for fun, boys. This is ridiculous. Unbelievable. But I am not dead. I am not dead. And until I am dead, you will get these videos, boys. Have I been working out? Or did I just do about 500 push-ups right before this? You tell me. Week 7 fired up. I'll see you later.